neighbor. Thanks for joining us for On the Couch with Fouch. I have been looking forward to this interview for several weeks now. This is my cousin and the new tenor for Mark Trammell Quartet, and his name is Blake Buffin. Thank you for joining me, Blake.
Well, thank you for having me.
Do you guys see the family resemblance here? No, me neither. But our grandmother, I've gotten this question a lot on the road while I've been singing. Is like, you don't really look like you have red hair. And I'm like, yeah, well, it used to be a lot more red, and then it started falling out and changing colors and all that. But our grandmother she's 80. Is it 80 now?
Yeah, she just had big 80 just not so long ago.
She's 80 years old, and she has some bright red hair still.
She does.
I don't think it's fake. What do you think?
No, not at all.
Neither one of us think it's fake. Grandma, we love you.
Yes.
And we love your beautiful red hair. And so that people ask me where did you get your red hair? Growing up, people ask me all the time. So did you get that question a lot growing up as well? Because I did.
Yes, I did. All the time.
And your answer was?
I was adopted. I thought I was adopted.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go with that story to start off. I love that. Why did you think you were adopted?
My brother and my sister kept telling me as we grew up that I was adopted.
Okay.
And
you just believed it?
Oh, I never really believed it, but I questioned it.
So did you ever ask your mom and dad about it?
Yeah, yes, I did.
So it went that far?
Yeah.
And their answer was?
No.
No.
I was not adopted.
So see, I told everyone that, well, my grandmother has red hair, so it just kind of goes in the family. He told everyone he was adopted. So whichever way you go for it, it works out all right. But thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. One of the most repeated questions that I had when I asked you guys what you wanted to know from Blake was, what is it like having me as a cousin? So that's the first question out of the chute. What is it like having Matt Fouch as a cousin?
Man, well, you could think of it like this. Who's your favorite singer or of any genre of music? For me, gospel's been my favorite music for a while, so Matt is like a celebrity for me, and having him as a cousin is just awesome.
Wow.
So
that's I feel like we should hug it out or something, unless there's going to be a punchline to that joke.
No.
Okay.
I don't. I got
hug
nothing.
it out.
I got
Hey.
nothing.
Thank you. That was so kind. Very nice. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's true,
So
though.
that's what it's like having me as a cousin. I can say this, though, is honestly, we didn't spend a lot of time together growing up. Blake grew up in Ohio, and I grew up in Indiana. So we would see each other maybe once or twice a year, 2 times at the most.
Yeah.
And that was only for maybe a night. We would get together at our grandmother's house for Thanksgiving or Christmas with the rest of the family. That was when you guys were able to come into Indiana.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see him a lot, and we are 7 years apart?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
He's 26, so we are 6 years apart.
6 years. I thought you were 1 year older.
And so, we even when we got together, I was kind of hanging out with your brother. And
yeah, I was the youngest, so I was the annoying little cousin trying to get them to play games, and they never would. So
so do you have a story you remember of me not playing games with you?
No. Well, no, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Every time we went to Grandma's.
Everyone has that cousin, I guess. That's just mean. Was I mean?
No, you weren't mean.
Okay, I try to be nice.
And you weren't the only one. Nobody wanted to play with me. I was just a little annoying redheaded cousin, what can I say?
Well, there you go. You got it. This is family. We haven't, I will say this, those of you who maybe have a lot of family drama, we have not had any family drama that I know of. So we have been very blessed to have Christian family and no family issues. And so I think that is a great blessing from God. And I'm very thankful for our family, and I know that you share the same feelings of that.
Absolutely.
So the next question I want to go to is from Doug Nye. And Doug Nye would like to know, are you the best voice in the family?
No, I wouldn't say that. Actually, our family, we have a lot of talent musically in our family. I mean, my brother sings, Steve and Ashley sing. Mm-hmm. And not least, most but not least, you sing.
Mm-hmm.
But No, I would not say I'm the best. I'd say Matt here's the best in the family here.
You don't have, just because you're on my couch doesn't mean you got to
No,
be kind to
I'm not
me.
just saying that. I'm not just saying that.
No, he is telling the truth. We do have a lot of people in our family who are good singers,
Yeah.
and it would be neat someday to get everyone around. And my mother plays the piano. Get everyone around, let her play the piano, and everyone sing. That would be kind of cool.
We for Grandma's 80th birthday, we had my brother and Paul and a couple of our cousins. We sang a quartet piece for her. Unfortunately, Matt couldn't make it to that one, but it was really special. It was really nice. So.
Cool. Well, I did see the video. You guys did a great job.
Oh,
I
thank
wish
you.
I had been there, but we were on the road singing. I couldn't make it. But we do have some great singers in the family.
Yeah.
Ramona Higginson would like to know, how long have you been singing?
Well, I joined the church choir when I was 18. I did a lot of church things for about a year, and then I started wanting to pursue it a little more, so I got some voice lessons. And then that led to recitals, and so since I was about 8 years,
Cool.
approximately.
So with your journey of doing your voice lessons and trying to figure out if you want to sing, and then getting to sing with another group out of the Cincinnati area before coming to Mark Trammell Quartet, Regina Griffin would like to know, what advice do you have for someone who wants to sing in a gospel group? So you've just gone through all this
Yeah.
process. So what is the one tip or one piece of advice you would give someone who is going through that process that you just went through?
I would say make sure you have a good vocal coach who can train you to sing properly. Singing properly is the best advice you can give, but just make sure you're in a lot of prayer about it. I wanted to do this for years before I started doing it, but I'm glad it took this long. Sometimes I questioned why it took me so long to become, because I dealt with nerves getting in front of people. It's one thing to be able to practice by yourself and with a teacher, and then when you get up there, it's a little different. But I would say just to make sure that vocally that you're ready, because you don't want to strain yourself or hurt yourself in any kind of way. So. And do it for the Lord. If you want to go in the gospel music, you got to sing for the Lord. And that's easy to forget with everything else,
Right. Great answer. I love it. So there you go. There's some advice, and that's perfect. Good job. Sam Quick has the next question, and you kind of got to be careful answering this one because Nick Trammell is sitting right there, and so I want you to be careful how you choose your words here. Sam Quick would like to know, what's it like traveling with Mark Trammell Quartet?
Well,
Yes, I'd like to know the answer to this one.
For me, it was so surreal at first. I just I went from watching these guys on videos constantly, and I had never met Nick in person until last year at the convention, and then next thing you know, I'm standing on stage with he and Mark, and it was so surreal. But honestly, I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to mentor me, not just vocally but spiritually. They're great guys. We pray before we leave every trip. But at the same time, we all like to have fun. So it's really a dream come true. It's great.
Yeah.
We don't have to hug it out now, do we?
Go ahead, hug it out.
Oh, come here.
Oh, man.
Brotherly love.
This is just a lovey-dovey episode.
Man,
ain't it?
this episode is amazing. The sentimental value of this one is just off the charts, man. It's crazy. I love it. Okay, so that's awesome. Great answer. I love it. Mark Trammell Quartet, great guys, very nice. I have had nothing but pleasant experiences from all the guys, so I'm glad you're with them. A great group of guys to be with. The next question I have for you is from Steve Brady. And he would like to know, why didn't you learn to sing bass instead of tenor? And I think that's a fantastic question.
That is a good question. Well, before I actually started pursuing singing, when I was getting into Southern Gospel, I had heard recordings from Sold Out Quartet, when you were with Sold Out Quartet. I mean, I listened to them on, and it was so fascinating for me. But I would say when I was 18 and I was introduced to the vocal band, I was sold by David Phelps. It's just kind of been somebody that's, when I first heard him, I'm like, I really want to do that. And that moment is kind of what made me want to sing tenor. So and singing bass, I mean, I was
so
like.
So go ahead and give me just the lowest note you got tonight.
Oh man, I just got done singing.
Go ahead and.
That's it.
Man,
that's all I got.
Well, how about I give you the highest note I got?
Oh, there you go.
Is that okay?
That's good. Okay. That's great.
Hey, that's kind of like
we should when we do it together. We should swap
the
parts.
dog. What do you think, Nick? I mean, you.
No. What about me singing bass?
No.
Okay.
Guess we'll stick to our same old jobs. Quick question here from Faith Harmon. Thank you for your question, Faith. She wants to know, other than singing, what is your dream job?
Well, before I started singing, and while I was singing with the last part-time group, my dad and we worked together doing remodeling and working in houses, mostly painting and stuff like that. But we eventually wanted to get into flipping houses. I'm obsessed with watching HGTV and
Property
flipping.
Brothers.
Exactly. Flip this house. Yeah. I would love to get into flipping houses, and eventually even still maybe
So
do that sometime.
You could still do that. Hey, there's Scott Fowler. Welcome to On the Couch with Fouch. I haven't interviewed you for a while, so.
I am so sorry.
That's right. We're not getting it down in here.
I came into the restroom. I apologize.
You know what? This is a very sentimental episode, so if you just want to hug it out with Blake, he's hugged everyone else.
I'm sorry I disrupted.
Oh, you're good.
As you were.
There's a restroom right down the hall, sir.
That's what I'm looking for.
You never know what's going to happen in On the Couch with Fouch. I love it. And just going with that, here's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to do the Fouch Zone. All right. So I have a certain unspecified number of questions, and you need to answer those in an unspecified amount of time. And if you don't get the answer in the amount of time, we go directly to the next question.
All right.
Wait, he already said he was ready.
I'm ready.
See, I'm going to go.
I watch all the On the Couch.
Oh, you watch them all. You know what's coming.
Yeah.
All right. Do vegetarians eat animal crackers?
Yes.
Time. What 3 social media platforms are banned in China? Time. How many Americans are injured by musical instruments each year?
100.
And how many steps are in the Eiffel Tower? Time. And how long has it snowed in the Sahara Desert?
Never. How long?
Never how long. Never how long.
Never how long. That's pretty good.
So, okay, so would you like a chance to actually answer them?
No. Not
No,
really.
okay, so I'll just give the answers. Do vegetarians eat animal crackers? I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't think there's an answer to that one.
Okay.
If you're a vegetarian and you eat animal crackers, then just go ahead and leave it in the comments, yes or no. I would love to know, because that's a great question. What 3 social media platforms are banned in China? They are Facebook, Skype, and Twitter.
Interesting.
How many Americans are injured by musical instruments each year? Your answer was 100.
Uh-huh.
The correct answer is 8,000.
8,000.
So you were close, kind of. How many steps are in the Eiffel Tower? Your answer was, well, you didn't give an answer, but would you just take a guess?
None.
That's incorrect. The answer is 1,665. He thought it was a trick question. And how long has it snowed in the Sahara Desert? Your answer was never how long.
Okay.
And the correct answer was 30 minutes in the year
30
1979. Wow. Are you glad you made it through the Fouch Zone?
I'm so glad.
And are you glad you've been on the couch with Fouch?
Yes, thank you those are great questions. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it, Blake.
It was fun.
Do the handshake. We always do the handshake on the couch with Fouch, and we hug it out. I love it. Sentimental value, this episode of On the Couch with Fouch. Tell everybody where they can get all of Mark Trammell Quartet's merchandise.
That would be a good question for this man over here.
You don't know where you can get our stuff?
At our table.
MarkTrammellMinistries.com. We have our web store on there. You can also get it at our table if you would like to. That's about the only places we have it available, so check us out.
And you can check them out on Facebook and Twitter. I know they're on there. I get their posts. Follow On the Couch with Fouch. Be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and sign up at onthecouchwithfouch.com. Thanks so much for watching this episode, and I hope you guys will tune in next time. God bless you.